everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
I love early in a game like this when you get the running back involved. Just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. And look at this. Ends up being a huge play.
Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. He'll throw it now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal.
What a great route here by this tight end on third down. And the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on third down? Of course, the tight end. And now we've got first and goal.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's now second and goal.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. They'll try to run this one in. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a third and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on third and goal.
And the quarterback will just sneak it here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Trying to extend the play. Trying to create here on the move. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Offered RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
The Nittany Lions will have 1st and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? You can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
Offense set up. This is play number 10 in this series. To throw, it's Silva. Receiver makes the grab.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
At the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Penn State. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colorado State 7, Penn State 0.
Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. It's a quick grab. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This quarterback on fire today. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. To see if the defense can make adjustments. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. And that's the fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks, play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Brings up 3rd down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's looking to scramble. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. But boy, he gave him a chance.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarmed in the football.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's caught downfield. Big gain across midfield. They'll spot it down near the 30.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Keeping it on the ground here. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. 7th play of the drive coming up. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
After 30.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. He made the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Hey, they hit this for the first down, and I kind of like the approach. Be aggressive. Show your players that you believe in them, especially early in the game like this. Take a chance, and here it works out for him.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming up.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Rams.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So second down after the incompletion. To throw, it's Silva. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Looking to throw it again. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's the target, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
And he decides to step out of bounds, avoiding the contact. Doesn't have enough for the first down.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Sideline left, and he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
4 receivers on the field where they take a shot here on 2nd and inches. And the running back takes the handoff. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Rams looking to run some tempo here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He lets it go on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44. And the Rams getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
That's a really nice read here by this quarterback, Chris. He kept it himself, picked up some positive yardage.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. Keeper for the first down and more. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. He missed it. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Rams will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. We get the second half started with the running play. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get to.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What makes a really good counter play is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
But a lot of times you call a slant, you love to see some big yards after the catch. But when they don't go for many yards after the catch like this, it is a good stop by the defense.
Looking to throw. It's Silva. He's escaping the pocket now. Under heavy pressure, hit as he throws it. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Lets it go. A fourth down completion to the running back. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Running back is the ball carrier. Gain of 6. Brings up second down.
A gain makes it second and medium. The DB is backing off from the line now. It is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. And a pick six. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 35-21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And the Penn State offense will take over. First and 10.
Penn State offense comes back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They'll run it from the gun. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Can he make it to the marker? Breaks loose at the 40. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The short completion of the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Try to catch the defense with the draw. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Hey, how about the quarterback here with his eyes downfield, selling the pass to open that play up? Man, offensive line, really good job of selling and then getting upfield to that second level to be able to pick up some key blocks.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job.
Touchdown, Penn State. This offense is still clicking. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Going after, knocked right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
28.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. They've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 20. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Should be the last play of the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Colorado State 42, Penn State 20.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Silva. Running back has it on a screen now. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. Tough situation for the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
I'd love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Makes a quick catch. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
Escapes the pocket. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback. But, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Looking to pass. It's Silva. Looks left and finds his target there. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple of scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. And he'll wisely throw that one away. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Pass caught. Can he get in? No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tries to cut into this lead. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. So after the incompletion, it's second down. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Finding some room with the 25. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Rams.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. He just took that the length of the field in one play. Nightmare for this defense. 98 yards? Good luck stopping that guy.
And the point after is good. The call team has come on the field now to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Looking downfield, it's Silva. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made way down to the 25. What an electric play. Suddenly, they've moved into scoring position, down to the 24.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone, or they have to settle for 3?
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down play coming up for this offense. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Press coverage now from the secondary. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. They'll run it here. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Colorado State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Back to throw. It's Silva. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a...
Here's the throw deep downfield. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Breaks loose at the 40. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute and the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Here's the 2nd down play. And now they'll run it on the draw. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Gets past the tackler into open space now. So a good W here. Their season is up